So thanks for coming by. I got the channel launched, got views coming in, got subscribers coming in, friends and family, the feedback from them has been great, but several people have been asking me, what's this whole being here now theme about? So while I'm doing a quick ride around, testing out the new tweaking on the audio here, why don't we talk about that, and also maybe talk about why you should never feed the monkeys. So to understand the, I guess where the theme for the channel came from, you really got to go back to the first of the year, and kind of before that, just mention that one of the things that that I've really been struggling with for a long time is chronic stress. And I'm not talking about like chronic good stress, I'm talking about chronic bad stress, stuff that just really like causes the walls to close in on you. Takes your breath away, you know, to some degree as well. So on the first of the year, I was already in really bad shape. We were in the final stages of a project that I was rolling out, and you know, it was a great project. It was an amazingly great team. We were doing great work, but we had a couple of people in the orbit of the project that it just seemed like their main focus, their priorities was around creating and spreading FUD. You know, instead of creating and spreading greatness. And there are people like that. I mean, we all deal with people like that to some degree, you know. But anyway, that kind of stuff drives me absolutely nuts. And I have a hard time dealing with people like that don't have what I consider the right focus. So anyway, this was really contributing to my diabetes getting out of hand. I mean, I wasn't really managing my diabetes as much as my diabetes was managing me. And the first year, my fasting numbers were, you know, around 190. Not good at all. And they continued to get worse. And I continue to do what I always do, which is, all right, I'm going to focus. I'm going to get this out. I know I got a problem, but that's a personal problem. I'll deal with it when I get to the end of the project. And then, of course, the end of the project comes, and right towards the end, things got worse for me because I tore a surgical repair around an old Army injury, and I was having trouble even walking without pain. You know, from time to time. And then all of a sudden, you know, while I'm dealing with that, and my wife's trying to get me to go to the doctor, and I'm like, no, I just got to get to the end of this. The next thing kicks in, and our busy spring season's here, and we're traveling all over the place, working on different things. And, and, you know, at that point, I'm like, okay, well, I just have to get through this spring stuff, and then I'm going to buckle down, and I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to get this under control. And all the while, my glucose numbers are getting worse and worse and worse, and my fasting numbers, you know, my fasting numbers at that point were hitting 225, 230, 240. And then the end of that came, and all of a sudden the next thing, you know, it's, you know, May's here, and I've got a series of back-to-back gigs in different cities, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm telling my wife, you know, I just got to get to June. I got to get to this last one in June, and then it's all about getting this stuff fixed. I'm gonna buckle down. I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it. I'll be okay. And then in May, in the middle of everything, I was going from one city to another. And I decided, instead of flying, because it was kind of a crazy route that I was going to have to take, I was just going to take Amtrak. You know, use my points, get a sleeping compartment, spend 7 hours on a train, just chilling, relaxing, thinking through things, getting my head together, trying to figure out how to get things right before the next gig. And so I've got my earbuds in, and I'm listening to music and kind of thinking through everything, and then all of a sudden, you know, the lyrics to an old Bob Dylan song popped up in my head, and the song is "It's all right, Ma, I'm only bleeding." And the lyric goes, "He not busy being born is busy dying." And I kind of, it was rolling around in my head, and I'm thinking, man, that's really me. I mean, I'm busy. I'm just like constantly on the go. I'm constantly dealing with stuff. Some of it's my stuff. Most of it's not. But it's still stuff. And at the end of the day, I'm just simply busy dying. I'm not creating much anymore. I'm not contributing much anymore, not in a positive way. I'm just kind of like juggling balls and spinning plates and dealing with other people's monkeys. And right about that time, then all of a sudden a song pops up, and it's from George Harrison's album Living in the Material World, and it's one of my all-time favorite albums. And the song was Be Here Now. And I was just like, man, because it was like, bam, I mean, here's, this is like George talking to me from the grave, and I'm just listening to the song and letting it roll around and thinking about it, and I'm like, all right, I know what I need to do. I'm going to do it. I just need to get through this gig. I just need to get to this last one in June, and then I'm going to do it, right? It's the same old thing, and things just continue to get worse. I mean, it was a great train ride, but at the end of the day, it's my numbers are going up, and I'm over 300. At the end, where my numbers are in the morning are hitting 375, 380. We finally get to the end, and I've got the 1 day of decompression at the end of the project, and I'm sitting in my hotel room, and just at the moment where I'm taking a breath, I'm trying to gather myself and decompress, and my phone blows up, and it just keeps blowing up, and it's just monkeys getting thrown at me. And what I mean by monkeys, I mean, there are people in all of our orbits, I think, that, they make decisions. The decisions create problems, or you're given problems. They can't deal with it. They don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to get out of it. And they've got this monkey on their back, and their way of dealing with that is to try to give their monkey to you, so that you'll feed and nurture that thing and take care of it, and they can go off then, all happy and free, and create another monkey, for most of them. But so that's what I mean by that, and certainly that was what was going on. And I mean, I haven't even got a chance to catch my breath yet, let alone think through things and put a plan together on how I was going to deal with all this stuff. And that is typical of my cycle that I've been in forever. So that moment right there, I mean, that day, that moment, sitting in a hotel room is when it finally just hit me, and I got clarity, which I badly needed. And I realized I'm just going to continue to say, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, and even if tomorrow comes, it's only here for a brief moment, and then it becomes yesterday, and yesterday, you can't do jack yesterday. It's too late. So I made a commitment that I'm going to follow George's advice, and I'm going to be here now. I'm going to embrace life, embrace my family, and embrace my friends, embrace creativity. I want to put out positive stuff in the world. I'm tired of the negativity. I'm tired of the monkey people throwing monkeys, and because here's the sad truth about monkey people. And I hate to say it, but at the end of the day, when you're gone, when you're not here, when you're not breathing, dude, they're just going to go find another zookeeper, because that's in their nature. It's how they deal with things. They can't help themselves. And you certainly aren't helping them or yourself or anybody else around you by enabling it and just taking all these monkeys that you don't own and taking ownership of them. It doesn't do any good. I mean, for us to really impact the world and the things going on around us, and I believe that we can all do that and create greatness. The world needs us to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be, and our friends need that, and our family needs that. So that's what I'm committed to, and I've also committed to just reject anything that doesn't move me towards that path. So that's kind of where the theme came from, and it's really the theme that I'm now building my life around. And I got to tell you, the difference over the course of the last 3 months since I made this decision has been crazy. I've got some videos coming up where I plan on talking about that. And just to give you an idea, my fasting numbers now, my diabetes is under control. I've actually hit in the 90s a couple of times within the last week, and that's something that, my God, I've never done. I mean, I'm averaging around 102, 103, and all of that within 3 months. And it really has all been about making the right decisions, focusing on the right things, and just rejecting all the bad mojo out there. So anyway, wow, I don't even know if any of this came out. I guess we'll find out when I get home and download the audio. But you guys take care, love each other, create greatness, peace.